Hey guys, welcome back to Chapter 9 of the Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker HD walkthrough. This is Part C, and we will be covering the Forsaken Fortress a second time. So head up the steps, don't worry about the lights this time, and head towards the door. You'll hear a laugh that's kind of creepy. And this is Phantom Ganon, so he's the mid-boss. Yeah, we're already the mid-boss of this dungeon. So here's a cool thing. I guess it's kind of like a throwback to Aghanim and Ganondorf from Ocarina of Time. Basically, if he shoots a blue ball at you, you want to hit it back with your sword. If it takes you a while to figure this out, the King of our Lions will tell you, but there are two attacks that he can do. Basically, he'll either use the blue ball, or he'll either use blue balls, or he'll just appear behind you. If he appears behind you, or like if he disappears, use your camera and kind of push it to the side of you. I know I defeated him really quickly in the video. I didn't give him enough screen time, I suppose, but oh well. If he appears behind you, you can target him and parry his attack right away, or you can just turn around and hit him, and then you can get a bunch of shots in on him. So those are the only two things he can do. He's actually pretty easy, so after you defeat him, he'll laugh and kind of fly away. Then you want to open this treasure chest for a new item, the Skull Hammer. It is the dungeon item here in Forsaken Fortress. So, I know back in Chapter 1 I said there was another treasure chest that I was going to get later. You can get this treasure chest by all means, but I'm actually not going to get it. It is, if you enter the large door and then keep heading left all the way, there's 10 rupees in a chest over there. It's not worth it for me to take the time to go all the way over there, so I'm just not going to get it. Sorry, you really wanted to see me get that treasure chest, but I am not going to go that far out of my way to get 10 rupees. So what you want to do is use your skull hammer to hit the posts and then head up the stairs, then head through the door on your left. Back in here you'll see there's a green bokoblin, and you'll notice though that this time there isn't a rope that we can swing from, but we have the Deku Leaf, so just go ahead and use that, and you can float across. Then use the skull hammer, and head in the door. Then just keep heading to the next door. Now you can take down all of these searchlights again, but this time it's not required to do any of them. One of them might make it a little bit easier, the one that is pointing up at the window, which is a different one than the last time. I think it's the one on the far right. But when you're out in this area, you'll notice that there's a Moblin statue on the top. If you stay outside too long, he'll start shooting beams at you. But just head straight through the door. Back in here, just roll all the way up to the door. Don't worry about the Moblins. If you don't have 20 skull necklaces, now is a great time to get them because there are plenty of Moblins around. So you can get those. Now you can just head up. There will be mini-blins abundant around, so although you take them out with one hit with your sword now, so they're pretty easy to kill. So go ahead and use the skull hammer on the posts up here. Then you want to change the wind so that it goes in the direction of so that it goes in the direction of the little ledge that you're on, and you can use your Deku Leaf to float across. It should be southeast for the first ledge here. Then there'll be another ledge. In this ledge, you definitely cannot sidle across, because if you do, the searchlight, if it sees you, will start shooting bombs. It won't put you in jail, But if you sidle, you're not going to have enough time to get across. So if you want to sidle instead of use your Deku Leaf, like if you're out of magic, you do have to take out the Searchlight. But if you just use your Deku Leaf, you can make it across fast enough. Then you can head back up here and use your Skull Hammer to push down the peg and open the door. And we're already the boss of Forsaken Fortress, believe it or not. Yeah, 5.5 minutes in, and that's all it takes to get to the top of Forsaken Fortress. It's a really quick and easy dungeon. The remainder of this episode is actually mostly going to be cutscenes, giving you plot. So I won't be talking over those because they're interesting. So I'm only going to narrate this boss battle, and then tell you what to do from there, and then the narration will be done for the video. But I'll let you watch this scene. So after this cutscene, the heartwarming cutscene of Link reuniting with his sister Aryll, the Helmarok King will appear. And yes, the Helmarok King is the boss of this dungeon. But there's a little sequence before we actually fight the Helmarok King. We have to escape the water that's rising. So what you want to do, this part's actually a lot easier than I think a lot of people have with it. The Bokoblins, just don't worry about them. The Helmarok King will actually take them out for you. It's kind of funny. Just keep rolling past, and if you just keep rolling up the hill, the Helmarok King will never get you, and the Bokoblins will be defeated by the Helmarok King as he smashes into the wall. So do not take your time to defeat the Bokoblins, because there's no point at all. Then once the Helmarok King blocks your path, once you get to the top, pull out your Skull Hammer and smack its head. Then the Helmarok King will fall down, and that's it. That's the boss battle. Yeah, very easy boss. Another one of those easy ones. So once you get up, the tablet will close, and you can go up and face Ganon. Haha, not really. The Helmarok King is still alive. So we have a full-fledged boss battle up here. It's pretty epic, actually. Unfortunately, the Helmarok King is still pretty darn easy. So, maybe not as easy as Godon, but he's got some great music to his battle too. So the Helmrock King is basically going to fly around and then come down and walk towards you and try to peck at you. Once he misses, pull out your skull hammer and smash his mask. Or his head, I suppose. And that's all this first part comes down to. He has another attack, which is to fly past you really quickly and use his talons to scrape against the ground, which actually can be kind of hard to dodge. However, the trick to it is to wait till the last second and roll to either the left or the right. You'll see him, he actually does it to me. Before I get his mask off. So yeah, what he actually has on right now is a mask that we're trying to break with our skull hammer. So there's that attack where he scrapes his talons against the ground and tries to get you. So yeah, the trick is to roll out of the way just before he comes down on you. Otherwise, yeah, it can actually be a pretty hard attack to dodge. Once you've hit his mask 4 times with the skull hammer, it will break, and then you can go to town with your sword on his head. Also note that you can use your bow now, so that's always an option. He does have a third attack. I think he might only use it in this stage. Maybe he uses it earlier, but he will also fly up into the air and try to push you towards the edges, towards the spikes. All you have to do is just roll forward while you're dodging it. It reminds me quite a bit of Storm Eagle from Mega Man X. If any of you have ever played that game, when he uses that attack. But anyways, after delivering enough blows to him, he will go out in fantastic fashion. Basically all of the light towers will culminate upon his death, and he will drop a heart container. So pick that up for, if you've been following the walkthrough, your 15th heart container. Now the rest of this video is basically cutscenes. You'll go up and confront Ganon, then you'll go back to Hyrule again, just go back to the place where we found the Master Sword. After the cutscene there, just come back up, and that will be the end of the chapter. So I'm going to stop narration now so you guys can watch the cutscenes. See ya in the next chapter. Bye guys.